uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, all right, all right. Come on in, come on in, come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people, come on in. This live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. I appreciate you guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Nothing but love for my people. Nothing but love for my people. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. All right. All right, we got a great show tonight. It's a sad show, but it's real. It is real. Sad, but it's real, people. Come on in, come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Come on in. Young people are dying. We had a school shooting today. And it's something else, people. School shooting today. All right. Come on in. Come on in. 2 students died today here downtown, the city of Chicago. People, we got to, listen, we got to stand strong, people, and hold on. It's rough out here, people. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. When I tell y'all it's rough out here, it's rough out here. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in, come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and what? And shame the devil. I love being black. All right, come on in, people. I'm acknowledge some people in the few. I just need you guys to come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. We got some terrible news. And, you know, it's terrible news. Young people are dying. You know, young people are dying. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. I tell you, this is real, people. This is real. All right. This is real, people. This is real. I hate to see people go like this. It's two students got shot today. We want to talk about that today. Come on in real quick. Let me acknowledge some people real quick. Then we're going to get started. We'll get started. Hey, Sheila McKenzie, Martin Johnson. How you doing, Sheila? Peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings to you. All right, let me get on down here. I got a lot of people call out. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. Kenny Nicole, what's up, Kenny Nicole? I see you. I need every one of you guys hit the video, hit like on the video. Please hit like and share. If you can't share it, hit like. Christine Reed, how you doing, Miss Reed? Michelle Scott, how you doing, Miss Michelle Scott? All right. All right. D, what's up, D? I ain't seen you in a minute. Don Tyson, hey. Oh, yeah, full day today. Somebody got to do it. My father said everybody won't eat steak, but somebody got to cut the cow. LaShawn D. Jerks, what's going on? All right. Angela Pearl, all right. Sheila Rogers, what's going on? Frank White, what's going on? Tamara, all right. Kenny Nicole again. Monique McGee, hey, Miss Monique. Victoria Hall, Valisa Lewis, all right. Paula Cockcraft, I think I pronounced that right. Vicky Gavin, Kim Elerton, all right. Sheila Rogers again, all right. Miss McKenzie again. Kenneth Grubbs, all right. Come on in. Bertha Williams, hey, Bertha Williams. Name sound familiar. Like I know that name. All right. Renitha McDonald, all right. Kimmy Harris, all right. Patty Hampton, hey, how you doing, Patty? Denise Foreman, all right. Byron Brown, hey, Mr. Brown. Don Tyson again, okay, all right. It's Eleonora, all right. Come on in. Mike Larry, what's going on? Raven Harris, hey, how you doing? Chantel Scott, hey, Miss Scott, how you doing? Helen Myers, all right, how you doing, Miss Helen? All right, we're gonna get started. Karen Crawley, hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Rose Brown, how you doing? This is live, uncut, unedited, people. Is that Sierra? All right, how you doing? All right. Marian Caldwell, man. D, I'm tying these names up tonight. Doll, I'm tying these. And Vicky Gavin, all right, how you doing? Sandra Mayfield, all right. Big Drew, 079, Big Drew. Sharon Hill, what's going on, Sharon? All right. Is that Angela? Was it Aqualia? Okay, Aqualia E. Moore. How you doing, Miss Moore? All right. Rosina Ziegler, what's going on? All right, Sierra, okay. All right, we got to get started, people, because y'all coming in tonight, and this is a great hot topic tonight. We're going to talk about two young men that was gunned down downtown at Innovations High School, 17 North Wabash. I believe it's two schools inside there anyway, but a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old teenager, people, a teenager. Trina Knox, hey, Trina. Denise Wildred, all right. Tangelia Moore, all right, how you doing? Is that Paulette Coleman? Hey, Miss Coleman. Tracy Brimfield, all right. Kenneth Grubb, I said your name already. All right. Yes, it's sad, people. It is very sad, very sad. Michelle Campbell, hey, Miss Michelle Campbell. Latanya Gamlin, all right, how you doing? All right. Plenty. What's going on? What's going on? Rosaline Simpson. Yeah, we got to pray for the family. Jamel Brown. Hey, Jamel. Clifford Paul. What's going on? Helen Myers. All right. Gino Wave E. I see you. I see you. Mark Wallace. Hey, Mark Wallace. 10 by 10 to win. Y'all check my boy Mark Wallace out. Follow him. You'll learn a man that's very well read and study his stuff. Study his craft. LaDonna Hort. Yeah. Mark Wallace. It's rain right there on the screen. Follow Mark Wallace. Was that VV? All right. How you doing? Tanisha. How you doing, Tanisha? Don Tillman. Man, y'all coming on here. D, man, did anyone know who they died? Do anyone know why they died together? I'm not sure. What we're going to do, we're going to play the report. Then I got their pictures, and I'm going to put their pictures up. We're going to listen to what's on Facebook real quick. Let me get it. Let me get it. Hold on. Let me get it set. And so we can and listen to what the police had to say about it. That's what we're going to talk about. That we're going to listen to the cops, what they said. So let's see. 88. Okay, I think this is it right here. Sit right here. All right, hold on. I'm finna bring it in. Bring this, bring it right on in and share to the screen. All right. Okay. And let me expand this. All right, let's go. Video, hit like on the video. I need you to hit like. You should listen to the video.
Yeah, we're gonna pause and train them.
All right. Live, uncut, unedited. This is the press conference.
Is there another one coming? No.
Come on in.
Okay, Deputy.
Come on in.
Good afternoon. My name is John Hine. I'm the Deputy Chief of Central Control Group of the Chicago Police Department. With today, I have Commander Hill, Area 3 Detective, Captain Mannion, Captain Harris of the 1st District, J.D. Chow, Safety and Security for Chicago Public Schools. First of all, I'd like to start out by offering our condolences on behalf of Superintendent Snelling and the Chicago Police Department to the two families that were touched by the senseless act of violence today. Approximately 12:25 today, several students were exiting the Innovations High School when two cars pulled up and a group of individuals exited said vehicles and fired multiple times, striking two of the teenage students of Innovations High School. These individuals were taken to Northwestern Hospital where they succumb to their injuries. So we'd like to actually say again our thoughts and prayers with the families of these two students. We're asking the public, it's very early in the investigation, but if anybody has any information, we'd ask them to call Area 3 Detective Division at 312-744-8261. You can also be reached an email at tipcpd.com. At this time, I think we'll open up for any questions. It appears that, oh wait one second. Break this down. At this time, it's still very early investigation. There's just several individuals exit those vehicles where the gunfire erupted.
Any knowledge about a third victim?
There was an individual, a woman that was walking by. Her jacket was raised. No medical treatment was sought. She was talking to the other detective.
Not a student or connected to the school?
She's not a student, no.
And these teams are individuals from high school or were?
Yes.
What do you understand their ages?
17 years old and 16. At this time, we believe it to be an isolated incident. You know, we're aware of the tragedy of the strikes in the city. It's heartbreaking for the families and everybody affected by it. It's a tragedy no matter where it happens. But down here, as the students were exiting, we believe it's, like I said, an isolated incident, and that there's no danger in the area. We'll continue.
Any information about the vehicles that you said?
Yes, we believe one to be a dark-colored sedan and an SUV.
Last question, please.
Response looked like from businesses, schools around. We heard that people were on lockdown at the Houston school. Was that because there was any threat, or was that just out of caution?
I think it's just out of caution.
Okay, last question.
At this time, no one's in custody.
Last question.
There were rumblings that one of the shooters ran from the scene. Can you talk about that?
As the individuals committed this horrible act, he exited went southbound on Wabash. But we got very early investigation, and as all that information bears out, the Detective Division will update that information.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. People, y'all already know what it is. All right, we're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right there. All right, people, you heard it yourself. That was the live press conference for CPD, explaining us from their narrative what happened. Now, as far as I'm concerned, now let me just say, I want to say something before we get started, because I know I'm gonna have some calls. People gonna call in and they're gonna say if they were gangbangers, they deserve it and all this. I just want to say this. Let me just say this, and I want to keep it 100. Listen, I don't know. I didn't know neither of them young men that lost their lives today. One was 17, one was 16. Didn't know either one of them. But let me just say this. We have to be careful what we say about the dead. They're no longer here to defend themselves, but they have family members here. Family members here as well. I'm going to pull up their picture and show their picture of both individuals. Only thing I'm asking you guys to do, pray for the family. Listen, there's nothing we can do about the deceased right now. They're both dead and gone, and all we have to do is pray for the family. For any parent out there that ever lost a child to gunshot violence, and a lot of parents out there, I've interviewed you, I've talked with you personally, including my own sister, and they all had something in common. They said, Martin, I don't wish this pain on my worstest enemy. Period. So if you've never lost a child to gunshot violence, you probably would never understand the pain that they're going through. Now, maybe you could be sympathetic, which is okay, but you don't know firsthand. You won't know until you cross that bridge, and hopefully you don't have to bury your child. Your child will bury you. All right. Now, to the family of both of these young men, let me pull a picture up. I'm gonna pull a picture up so we can we'll do one at a time. Then I'll take some calls and we'll do one at a time. All right. That's one picture up here. All right. Two Innovation High School students, 17-year-old Robert Boston and 16-year-old Montario Williams, killed in the 090 block of North Wabash, the Loop neighborhood downtown shooting. All right. Here they are right here, people. Both of them right here. Look at them face. These are young people, Young people. Young people. These are someone's children, period. Well, you said, well, Martin, when you're about that life, you know what can happen. And you're correct. You're correct. You're correct. You're correct. But what I want us to do, I want us to call in, because trust me, it's these parents today, and it might be you tomorrow. And some of these parents, they can't be with their sons and daughters 24 hours a day. They have to go to work. Children have to go to school. And they don't know a lot of times, they don't know what their sons and daughters are into or away from around them. And a lot of these young people, they got their social media locked up where their parents can't even get in it. Our young people are very smart. Don't never underestimate the young people. They are very smart. The Bible calls them wise but weaker. They're very wise, but they're weak. They're weak. And we're going to pray for these families. We're going to pray for these families. That's what we can do. But this is so sad. This is, listen, two young men. Well, somebody said, well, Martin, they wasn't innocent. Innocent or not, they didn't deserve that. And when I spoke to my sister, the one that lost her son to gunshot violence, and she said, well, Martin, whatever they was doing, they didn't deserve that. They getting gunned down like that. You know, school should be a safe place for all young people. Now, we understand that they fight in school and fall out with each other, but it should be a safe zone. Now, to my knowledge, they didn't get shot inside of the school, according to my knowledge. You know, so now I'm hearing, I don't know how factual it is, maybe somebody can help me out, that the people that was involved with this shooting are now being caught, apprehended. I don't know how true that is. I just got in, so I haven't really dug into the investigation. They're young, 16 and 17. Robert Boston, Montario Williams, these are young people. Young people, listen, let me tell y'all something. Those that just listening, mama, go get your teenagers so they can listen to me talk to them. Go get them, because they need to hear what I'm about to say to them. Listen, young people, I'm going to say something. I may not say nothing you've never heard before, but I'm going to try to say it in love. There's nothing we can do about these two young men, young teenagers, I call them young men, has been slaughtered today downtown. For those of us that's living, that's healthy, alive, and well, you got to ask yourself a question. Is it worth being in the gang? Is it worth shooting and killing people, robbing people, carjacking? Now, don't get me wrong. All young people are not doing these things. I'm talking about those of you, and you know who you are, that are indulging in this type of behavior. Is it worth it? It's not worth it. You're young. You need to stay focused in school. Because guess what? If you get a felony, you're going to be a marked man all your life. It's certain places that you cannot work. It's some apartment complexes that you can't even live in with a felony. Tell you. And if you get a sexual assault or rape case, it's some schools Well, especially in Illinois, you can't live within 100 feet of them. It's some jobs that you won't be able to get. Period. You're going to be discriminated against. You say, well, Martin, even if I serve my time, they'll still hold it against me. Yes. Even, listen, let me tell y'all some young people. Some of you young people, you can't even, listen, the military don't even want you with a record now. It was a time that the military would take you and help you clean up your record. Young person, listen to your mom. Listen to your dad. Mothers, be an example to your sons and daughters. You can't be an example if you smoking and getting high with your sons and daughters. That's not being a good parent. Well, you say, well, Martin, who are you to tell me what's good and what's bad for my house? And you're right. As a man, as a black man, as a father, as a grandfather, as an uncle, I'm pleading with you not to get high with your sons or your daughters. It's not a good thing. The level of respect won't be there for that. You're not equal with your son or your daughter. You're the mother, and they are the son or daughter, period. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear this type of talk. These are two teenagers. Now, whether they was guilty or not guilty or deserve to be shot, I don't know. That's none of my business. But the real business is we got two dead young teenagers, black teenagers. Black teenagers. Aren't you guys tired? Mama waiting by that phone. She afraid that she might get that call. That's a parent's worstest nightmare when you get a call and they tell you that your son or daughter has been shot. That is a call that I don't want to experience. Not Martin Johnson. I've been to so many crime scenes. Many crime scenes. I've been to more crime scenes than some police officers. It would take them years to go to the crime scenes to catch up with me. It's terrible, people. It's terrible. And for them to have a video out of two men laying on the ground that's shot up, or one man laying on the ground, young teenager, that's sad. You owe that family an apology. People, we can't put content out like that when people are dying like that. If you're going to take a video of a dead body or a person fighting for their life, you need to keep that video to yourself and not put it on social media. Period. I'm hoping I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. I need some call-ins, people. Call-in numbers. Call-in number. Call-in number 872. Let's talk about 299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Pray for the family, people. Be careful what you say. A life gone, people. They have not lived no time. Robert Boston, gone. Montario Williams, both dead, gone. This is heartbreaking, people. A mama sends their child to school and they don't return. And I always tell people, those young people left their house this morning or their place of residence with the intentions on returning back home. Maybe to change their school clothes and go out and have fun with some friends. But not so. It's real. To the family of both of these deceased young teenagers, I give you my condolence. I'm praying for you. You're in a hard space right now. I know as a parent, you asking God, say, why, God? Why my child? Why my child, God? I did everything that I supposed to do for my child. And this had to happen. My child was at where he was supposed to be at school. This had to happen to him. Why, God? These are the questions that some of the parents go through. They get angry, rightfully so. Young man, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, waving guns, smoking blunts, that's not cool. If you got a gun, should nobody know it. Period. And if you're a teenager, you have a gun illegally. You're not even old enough to own a gun. You have to be at least 18. I believe it's 18. 21 to be concealed and carried. Family, we got to do what we got to do. Y'all hit that like button. It's a sad case. I'm not trying to talk down on nobody, but listen, it's these two parents today, and it could be one of us tomorrow. You said, well, Martin, my son doesn't bother anybody. He's a straight A and B student. He comes home. He's very obedient. But listen to this. If those of you that heard the police officer talking, there was a third person shot. They was grazing. It was a walker by. A lady. Didn't have nothing to do with it. Probably was on her way to work, back to the job, or home. Just walking by. And got a gunshot bullet in her coat. This is serious, people. Well, you said, well, Martin, those two guys probably was in a gang. If they was, I don't believe they deserve to be killed and executed like that. School is supposed to be a safety zone. They didn't deserve this at all, especially now while we're at school. Come on now, people. Young people, you guys have a lot of self-hate. And the older people, you have a lot of hatred toward young people. You're afraid of them. You don't want to say anything to them. Somebody said they have none in custody at this time. Thanks, Mark. They said a car and an SUV was involved too. This is live, uncut, unedited, people. Wow. Thanks, Mimi. And I'm going to tell you, some of you getting on here with your very disrespectful comments, and both of these young men that died, they probably have a relative on this live right now, or going to see it. It should be number praying hands for these families. Praying hands. This is a school shooting. Ronald Jackson said, condolence to everyone impacted by the tragedy episode. This have had to be an assassination because someone had to signal their location. Bold move to do such in that area. They put risk on the back burner to destroy these lives. I agree. Very well written. This is real. When I think about my 14-year-old, it just wants to make me throw up. I'm guessing that's what she want, throw up. This is real. Christine Reed, facts. She said, this happened right under me at the station. Wow. Sorry about that, Beverly. Man. Nicole J. Thompson. Crystal Red. How you doing, Miss Crystal Red? LaShawn, I'm leaving school. Wow. Michelle Campbell, I've been knowing Michelle practically all my life. We was neighbors. All right. Brother, you are so right. Say it, my brother. I'm read some of these comments. Deborah Chapman said, Martin, I can't even imagine a parent getting high with their child, but it's true. It's true. Bernard Phillips says, self-hatred is out of control. Wow. Mm-mm. Chantel Scott said, I've been there. She can identify with that pain. This is the reason why I left Chicago with my sons, Raven Harris. All right. J.R. Carr. The aldermen don't even care since it doesn't deal with Palestine. Wow. Okay. This is sick. People got to respect the dead. That's right, Mr. Bernard Phillips. You got to respect the dead. They're no longer here. The only cure for self-hate is love, knowledge of thyself. I am so sorry to hear this, Martin G. Johnson. My condolences to the families. Praying for the family. Martin, thank you. Talking to the young people and parents. I hope they listen to you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. That video was uncalled for. People do anything for social media likes. Black man, you are not a gangster. You are a god. Yeah. Somebody said, Janet said, that's what happened to my son walking down the street and was one of 3 shot. Man, see, can happen, people. Somebody saying something had to in broad daylight downtown. People need to start talking. I tried to educate my babies about knowledge of self. The environment of our communities have changed. We have to bring the village back. Agreed. Agreed. Hello, I'm sorry for this. Hold on, it says, hello, I'm sorry for this method of communication. I just saw your profile and it tells me that you are suitable for me. My name is Jean. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I live in France. I suffer from a serious illness that condemns me to death. Throat cancer. I have some of 400,000 euros in my bank account, and I would like to give it someone who is trustworthy and honest to that can use it for good. I lost my family in a traffic accident 6 years ago, and to this day, it really hurts me to get married again. I want to donate this amount before I die because my days are numbered due to the absence of this disease. If you are interested, contact me. My WhatsApp app number, so and so, so and so. Okay. All right. Mark Wallace, so far there have been no arrests. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. All right. Someone we lost the love, but how? Somewhere we lost the love, but how do we get it back? That's a good question. Good question. Yes, they got cameras downtown. Good evening, Martin Johnson. We're fumbling. I answered a question. I wasn't leaving the school. I was saying they were leaving school. I don't understand that. Help me out. My baby school is very close, and they were on a soft lockdown and definitely could have been walking to the train at that time if it was 30 minutes later. So sad. All right. Martin, a chat. I'm here from Chicago. This is so sad and sickening. My condolences to the families of the victims. Mhm. Trouble is everywhere. Stay prayed up. All right. What type of video was on social media? They had a social media of one of the young men laying on the ground that was shot. LaShawn Terry said, I know one of them mothers heartbreaking. Give her my condolence. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. All right. All right, people. Well, that's all we're going to do. We're going to talk about Nathan said, no way there's something like this happened in broad daylight. Nobody's saying something. They know something and they not saying anything, praying for justice for this family. All right. Sweet Jesus, I'm sick of all of these demons. This is so heartbreaking. I know this pain too well. My nephew was murdered and it hurts really bad. My heartfelt condolence to the family. I pray for God's strength and comfort right now. Mike Larry said, I've been trying to get funding and start a mentor program for years. These kids need hand-on assistance, face-to-face mentorship. Okay. So Sophia Young, yeah. All right. All right, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. We're not going to hold you on this. I might come back live. We got 145 people on one channel right here, 31 on YouTube, 4 on Twitter, 8 on my other Facebook page. Listen, people, these two young men, look at here, people. We can't do no more. These are babies, 16 and 17 years old. They have not lived no time, none at all. Life cut off, people. Gone. Young people, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, young people. It's not. Lip boxing on social media, toting guns, throwing up gang signs, drill music is not worth it. Trust me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, young people. Parents, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm sick of seeing this. This is sick. Look at these two young men, y'all. Look at them. Look at them. 2 young men was killed downtown in a school shooting. Downtown Chicago, 17 North Wabash Innovation School. Them students gonna need some counseling. We're gonna see how fast that the teachers, the counselors get over there and counsel some of them students. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. Again, to the family of Robert Boston and Montario Williams, I give you guys my condolences. I'm praying for both of you guys, for both families, and there's nothing I can do. I can't bring these youngsters back, but what I can do is talk to the dead and pray that some people change their way of thinking. And I tell you one thing, there's one thing that I can say about both of these young men that's positive. They was at where they supposed to be at school. That we all can agree with. Now, I don't know what type of lifestyle that they live or what they indulge in. I don't know, people. I'm not the judge of heaven and hell. I'm not the judge of the soul. But what I can tell you, they didn't deserve that. Gunned down like that. They didn't deserve that. They did not deserve that. Thank you guys so much.